I'm a sidekick guy, but I'm starting to see the value. You want a job? We could be like Batman and Robin.
Just to be sure, this video contains spoilers. Rick Prime and Evil Morty have both played significant roles in Rick and Morty's plot throughout the years, but Rick Prime has proven to be the superior adversary for one important reason. The show's two adversaries have appeared for multiple seasons, and while their appearances have been irregular, they have always left an effect. They have appeared in some of the series' best episodes, and their mere presence elevates them. Despite both being portrayed as evil, they are not inherently connected.
Just don't force me to improve on the design. I can end the Rick experiment anytime I want.
Their goals do not coincide, and in Rick and Morty Season 7, Episode 5, Evil Morty even assists in the capture of Rick Prime. Their disparate reasons let them stand out from one another and distinguish them as distinct villains. Rick Prime, the primary character of Rick and Morty, has a history with Rick C-137. Evil Morty, on the other hand, demonstrates his independence from the series' primary characters by being a highly intelligent Morty who devises his own wicked ideas.
It's different, but different doesn't mean him. Could be a trap.
Their activities throughout the series have elevated them to be far more powerful villains than anybody else in Rick and Morty. And while each has proven to be crafty and problematic, Rick Prime is the superior villain for one important reason. Rick and Morty prove Rick Prime is a better villain for one reason. Rick Prime's motivations and ambitions are significantly more selfish and lack true moral justification. Rick Prime's murder of their wife, Diane, in every dimension has caused Rick Sanchez to be reviled throughout the multiverse. He only did this to prove he was the true Rick, and he believed that anyone who didn't recognize his ingenuity in designing the portal pistol thought they were better than him.
What do you think? Sub-ether barrier blocking the portal fluid?
Can't be that. Mine would get through it.
His decision to harm every other Rick to prove his superiority solidifies his status as a true villain. He has developed a genuine dislike for other Ricks, despite his arrogance. The extent to which he likes tormenting the other Ricks is demonstrated in Season 7, Episode 5, when he forces a gang of Ricks to fight to the death, promising Diane to be the victor. The fact, however, is that the reward is actually a weaponized robotic replica of Diane. Rick Prime's moral depravity is underscored as she humiliates the survivor while attempting to kill him. Despite Rick and Morty Season 7's Rick Prime twist of killing the character, he remains the show's best villain owing to his dedication to making Rick suffer in every dimension. Rick Prime is a better villain, but Evil Morty is a better character. Despite Rick Prime's status as the show's best villain, Evil Morty is still a greater character. Evil Morty is significantly more sophisticated. His backstory demonstrates how he became tired of Rick's mistreatment and took matters into his own hands. While it's difficult to rationalize killing several Ricks from separate universes, Evil Morty's motivations are reasonable. He tries to liberate Mortys from their grandfather, but he goes too far. Rick Prime acts out of vanity, while Evil Morty is driven by a sense of injustice. In terms of how he differs from other Mortys, he differs significantly more than Rick Prime does from other Ricks. Despite possessing redeemable aspects, Ricks in general are presented as very nasty individuals, while Rick Prime is essentially a smarter version of regular Ricks with fewer morals. This is part of what makes Evil Morty so appealing. He is unlike his peers in that he exudes confidence, independence, and amazing intelligence. Rick Prime is pleased by his abilities. Evil Morty is one of the most unusual characters on the show, which is why, despite being a villain, he has grown so beloved. How Rick and Morty can make Evil Morty a bigger threat. Rick and Morty must enhance Evil Morty's formidable abilities to fill the void left by Rick Prime's death. Evil Morty joined forces with the two title characters in Season 7, Episode 5. He kept his chilly and sophisticated exterior, but he worked well with them without acting too much like a villain. The episode does provide the producers with an instant means to enhance Evil Morty's threat by revealing that he now possesses the Omega device plans. This is the weapon Rick Prime used to kill Diane in all dimensions, indicating that Evil Morty is a real threat. This may make the character more dangerous, but the program must provide a reason for him to want to use it. Rick C-137 producing some sort of multiversal event that affects Evil Morty would be the most significant cause for him to want to use it. Given his dislike for Ricks, he'd be tempted to exploit it. Rick and Morty Season 7's No Morty issue could be remedied by his provoking evil Morty. Throughout Season 7, Morty's limited appearances could be addressed by having him directly or indirectly provoke evil Morty, shifting the focus of the tale onto them. This would still allow Rick to be involved, while also expanding Morty's role and making evil Morty a key problem for the main characters.